So apparently you can use a steering wheel in F1 2012. Well, my Thrustmaster work in today's career mode episode. We're about to find out. How we doing, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of our F1 2012 career mode here on the channel as we continue our Force India season alongside Paul di Resta. We sucked in Australia. Simple as that. We were absolutely terrible, trying to basically, kind of get used to everything on the hardest AI, but you can see that Lewis Hamilton picked up the win over Alonso, as well. There's the constructors battle that's currently taking place, but we're going to Malaysia today. It's been a long time since I've driven this circuit, since it was in like the last F1 game. What was that, 2017, 2018, whatever, somewhere in there. So we're gonna head to Malaysia and hope that the wheel works okay. Here we go. It wasn't very smart of me to do one-shot qualifying in Australia as my first go at the game, and now we're doing one-shot qualifying in Malaysia with my first go at the wheel, which could be just as bad here now as we head in the first braking zone, and you can certainly see things not very good right there now as we head down into turn 2. I'm probably gonna suck on my first lap here. Now use some curves, open that rear wing, get that DRS going here. I'm gonna save those curves though for when we head down the long straightaway. We're closing in on Lewis Hamilton here. I'm trying to kind of copy him for my braking zones, and all of a sudden on the wheel, I mean, I'm not trying to float my own boat, but I feel like we're not too far off so far here as, oh baby, that didn't feel very good. Okay, now we're losing some ground there because of my silliness. The curbs are so uncomfortable on this force feedback setting. I might need to turn the force feedback down. It completely destroys my wheel. Little downhill braking zone, hop over the left curbs and spin yourself around, and that's the hokey pokey. So I know it was not a good qualifying effort. However, I believe we have more pace than that. We were showing it in the first part of the lap. I had them in the first half, okay? Fernando Alonso barely misses out to Hamilton, Button, Vettel, and Webber up there as well. Our teammate of di Resta again up there in P16. Well, let's head to the grid and see if we can make things happen. I actually have some confidence here. Bro, I swear, I mean, I was just on my wheel, bro. Come on now, give me a break. So 0% chance of rain, that is what we like to see. We're going on an aggressive R&D path here. Oh, well, look at this. Wow, this is kind of cool. Okay, nonetheless, let's head to the grid and do some racing. It's that time, baby. Here we go, ready to tear it up on the wheel for the first time. I never knew we could actually make this happen. All right, here we go. Here we go. Ready to go. Lights out right behind De La Rosa. And first time on the wheel. I'm concerned, not gonna lie. Simple as that here. Now we're gonna get underway, put that throttle down. You can be a lot more aggressive on the throttle in this game compared to F1 22. I can tell right off the bat after that first qualifying lap as we head down into turn 1. And I'm going to go for the more evasive maneuver here and go to the left side of the track and kind of let things play itself out. We got cars off the track already. I think it's a Williams here now. Oh my goodness. All right. Who was that? I don't even know. But nonetheless, use a little bit of curves to get that slipstream from De La Rosa. There is a car on my right. Are we clear? Yes, we are. I'm going to go and slip up the inside here and try and gain as many spots as possible. Get aggressive, but not too aggressive, because then you end up behind Pick in the Marussia now, as we will get a little bit of power down. And are we wheel to wheel with Timo Glock? Yes, we are, but we are able to get ahead and up into P18. So a pretty solid first sector here in Malaysia. Look at this. Everybody's all running in like a single file line. I'm going to go for it and say no to you, trying to shut the door. And come on, can we make the pass on Petrov? Yes, we can. Is he going to fight back now? I've noticed the AI very reluctant to fight, and that's given me a big opportunity to now send one up the inside of my teammate of di Resta there, trying to give him some fair room here. Now go around the outside if I have to. We couldn't beat him. We couldn't even come close to him in pace in Australia, but my first time on the wheel, I feel significantly more confident already. Here's Daniel Ricciardo as well. I nearly drove it to the side of Glock. Oh, we're all stomping on the brakes. A little bit of contact. We passed di Resta, and I'm going to send one up the inside as well of Daniel Ricciardo, and there we go, up into P15. What a start from last to 15th place in the opening lap here in the Malaysian Grand Prix. We will take that. That is one lap down, and we are now going to try and close that gap to Jean-Eric Verne, as well as try to hold off Danny Rick, who's just behind us here now. As my braking zones, I know I'm getting my braking zones wrong here. My first time on the wheel in the F1 2012 car, which is obviously completely different from the current games of F1, say 22 and whatnot. Somebody is in the pit lane. You do see I have the full track map on now. It looks pretty bad, actually. we're getting pretty close to this battle in front of us, and Ricardo and DeResta, they're not far behind. They are absolutely holding their own and, well, holding with me here. This is a corner I'm struggling through so far. I feel like we need to carry way more momentum through that right-hander now as we cut a little bit of grass right there, mow the lawn a bit now and try to run down Jean-Eric Verne again right here as well. I feel like I'm leaving a little bit on the table. Ricardo is not far behind and he is all over me. I'm using all the curves I have and we're barely opening up a gap between himself and I, but we do stay ahead into this final braking zone. I'm going in pretty deep, got the car slowed down enough to where it wasn't, you know, catastrophically, catastrophic send here. Now is complete the lap, and we are pretty close to Verne. Now DRS enabled. Oh, yes sir, Maldonado causing problems. Who could have expected that? Up at a P13, thank you very much, gentlemen. On the hardest difficulty on AI, I was terrible in Australia. Absolutely terrible, but we are doing so much better here on the wheel. They are going at it in front of us. I just feel like I have so much more control on the wheel here compared to the controller, which I had to be so timid, so just reserved, reluctant, etc. And here we're doing a really good job so far. I'm feeling very confident. I don't know if you can hear my wheel because on these videos here, unlike my F122 My Team or driver career mode, those are all post-race commentary. These are live commentaries, so I don't know if you can hear my wheel or not, but it is pretty loud when I go over the curbs. DRS open here now. We have a nice gap over Verne. DRS is going nowhere, so we have a nice gap between himself and myself here now as we head down towards turn 1. Man, I love the screaming of this car here now as, oh, we got contact, and these AI, they're a little bit wild here in Malaysia, and we are able to capitalize on it absolutely beautifully and move up into now P11 behind Kobayashi. We might have a chance for points for the first time in our F1 2012 career. Oh, I love that corner. That corner is so much fun to get that thing slowed down for. I just noticed when you hold down the curves, the animations there on the steering wheel. Look at that. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, look at that. That is beautiful. Man, they all go wide in turn 1. It looks like Kobayashi definitely didn't have a very good apex right there. I'm struggling to close the gap to him, however. Just want to jump in quickly, say I hope you guys are enjoying this little mini series here with the F1 2012 career mode. I know this channel, it just started, and I'm sure I got some subscribers from my main channel watching, but I know that there's not going to be a whole lot of people watching, and it's just building it up again from where I built my original channel up. So I just want to say thank you and hope you are enjoying. If we can hit maybe, I would say, let's see what a goal. What kind of goal would I have? Maybe 100 views. And I'm going to go 15 likes. If we can hit 15 likes as well, I think that would be quite a success now, as it's been a bit of a sloppy lap, and Massa is all over the back of us as we head towards the DRS zone. I feel like it's getting a little bit cloudy here, but there is a 0% chance of rain, so I don't think there's any concern there. Hamilton fastest lap just now. I think he must have had a bad start, but there is a pretty slow lap for us, and actually, here comes Massa on the inside. That completely caught me off guard, and the Ferrari, who should not even be behind us to begin with, is stomping on the brake. What are you doing here? Oh my god, okay. This is why you're running back here, Felipe, as I'm going to try and pass him again. He's going to stay ahead for now, but goodness gracious, he had to make a bit of a hassle out of all of that. Let's get going. What are you doing? What are you doing, Felipe? It has gotten really, really cloudy here. Like, it looks like we're about to have a tornado or something. Oh, don't tell me Maldonado's really about to make a move there. He's not okay. But holy crap, the sky is actually kind of looking a bit nasty here. So it is time to go into the pit lane. Lap 6 is our pit window. It's a little bit of an interesting pit lane here, so we got to be careful. Like, you have to go swing around to the right side, and we actually, you know what? I haven't seen this pit lane in ages, and for my first attempt, that was pretty impressive. I think we can full beans it though into the pits. Yeah, the game like slows us down automatically. So there we go, into the pits, and we're having a good race so far. Let's continue that with hopefully a good pit stop here, and put on a new set of what was the what did we got? We got what? I don't even know what tires on this car right now. It's the Prime, it's the option. I don't remember. I can't remember the colors of the tire, like the names and whatnot from back in 2012. So somebody let me know down in the comments. Senna's really about to challenge me here. He is all over me. Why do you got so much speed, Bruno? Oh, there's a mistake from myself, and that's going to be an easy pass for center right there. Hold on a second. I want something to say about that. We're going to fight right back here. A bit of a sloppy lap we have had here. Now it's a drag race into the braking zone, and I'm confident that I can just simply do it better than he can. I think he just pitted. Yeah, he did. Okay, that could have gone wrong pretty quickly, but we are able to get ahead of him. Maldonado's just behind us. Other cars pitting. I just want to be ahead of my teammate of DeResta. He's exiting the pits right now. Wow, we lost some time, huh? But here we go. We're going to pass John Eric Verne, get aggressive, maybe a bit too aggressive on the braking zone into turn one. We at least stay ahead right there and hold on to P13 behind Sergio Perez. The sky is like now completely blue. I mean, if you guys remember the sky from like 3 laps ago compared to now, what a difference. Trying really hard right now to close that gap to Perez now as we have just 6 laps ago here in Malaysia. It's going to be a very difficult, task to be able to close in the gap. And Maldonado and DeResta is just behind us. We're at least beating the goal as well, which is only set to P19. I mean, we have exceeded expectations based off of our qualifying effort at least. So there's one positive takeaway. Maldonado has closed the gap here now as we start the final 5 laps. I'm not closing in on Perez. We've kind of flatlined here, and DeResta is not far behind either, as I think we have kind of reached the maximum capabilities of this car in the Malaysian Grand Prix, and now it's more or less trying to defend over the cars behind, like Maldonado, and just keep them at bay for as long as we can, and it's going to be a bit of a difficult task. Maldonado is here right behind us into the braking zone. He won't be able to do anything right here, but when you miss your braking zone like that, he might be able to do something in the DRS down this front straightaway. He's definitely close enough. What happens here? 4 laps to go, and oh my god, he has run, nearly drove into the back of me. He's going to blow my doors off into the braking zone, but I am not going to give up without a fight. Oh my god, I'm just going to go around the outside. They are so terrible. The AI are genuinely terrible at fighting in this game, so it's very easy to go and pass them back. If you're just within range of them, of striking distance, they kind of just pull over. So I've saved some battery right for the exit of the final hairpin. Nearly spun myself around. Get a little bit more acceleration because Maldonado has the DRS 3 laps ago. And here he goes again with another run. Oh my god. You are trying to wreck yourself here now. He's going to stomp on the brakes so early enough to where I can just, well, say do this. Say see you later again. Make a move up the inside this time and be clear into turn 2. And, well, now we'll basically hold on, I would imagine, for the rest of this lap. And we have no pressure from behind Maldonado because they're all fighting each other back there. So it's just this fight for 13th. Here we go again, hard on the curves. Alonso with the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Maldonado, even, after a really good final corner, is going to fly by us, but I'm not going to defend it because when we go down into turn 1, he's going to go wide, and then I'm just going to slip back up the inside. And before we even exit turn 1, well, there you go. You take the position right back, and now with 2 laps to go, we just need to hold on a little bit longer, and we'll be in position here. P13, we will take that for sure, but it still could be a bit challenging with Maldonado right on our tail. Oh no, I made a mistake. Oh, that's going to open the door for Maldonado. Here we go, side by side down the back straightaway. Use a little bit of those curves. I'm not going to use all of them because I want to set up for that front straightaway and have quite a bit of battery in my favor here. Side by side into the braking zone. He brakes really early approaching this final lap, and one mistake has at least opened the door for him. But get those curves going, and we might still end the lap with some curves, so we're going to be just fine. And here's the DRS from Maldonado, but I don't think he's going to be in very good shape here because we're going to go down into turn 1, and don't mind if I just once again slip up the inside. This time he holds on a little bit longer and clear, cover him off, down into turn 2, hammer that throttle for the final time, and now we should be okay unless we make a big mistake again in that same corner leading towards that long straightaway towards the final corner. But nonetheless, we have had a fantastic Grand Prix here in Malaysia. Australia, it was terrible. The qualifying here, my first lap ever on a wheel in F1 2012 was abysmal. But we have rebounded quite well and have gotten quite comfortable on this wheel as well. I'm very happy with how we have actually raced here now, and no really big mistakes other than running wide there on that last lap. So things have gone really well, and as well, we're going to beat our teammate of Paul DeResta as long as I don't make a catastrophic mistake. I'm not quite sure who's leading this race. The leaderboard, obviously, as you can see, does a terrible job, but that answers our question right there. Lewis Hamilton goes back to back. I was really cautious in that corner, and all of a sudden, Maldonado he is all over us here now as Lewis Hamilton, though, sweeps the first 2 races of the season down into the braking zone. We use all of our curves right here down this long straightaway. 2 minutes 40 seconds presented by LG, by the way, here now is Maldonado not even close here to make the move into the final braking zone for the final time. A little bit of grass on the right front, a little bit wide there in the apex. That's okay. We exit the final turn. It's going to be P13 here in the Malaysian Grand Prix. We will take that. What a race for us here in Malaysia. Both of the McLaren Mercedes there on the podium, P1, P2. Mark Webber actually P3. Grosjean in 4th there for Lotus. Rosberg for Mercedes AMG. Alonso, Sebastian Vettel with a pretty rough day while his teammate did very, very good. Kobayashi, Massa, Schumacher all there below us in there as well. You see us in P13. De Resta down in P17. De La Rosa in last. Nobody DNF'd in this race. There we see the point standings. Hamilton, of course, with maximum points with 2 wins to start the season. Weber in 2nd, Alonso, Button, Vettel there, your top 5 as you look down the rest of the order very quickly. Hulkenberg in 25th. Why is Hulkenberg there in a Force India? Somebody answer that for... Oh, wait. Because I replaced him. I'm stupid. Constructors, there you see McLaren Mercedes at the top over Red Bull. If you guys enjoyed, you know what to do. In the next one, I don't actually know where we're headed, as finally we get some handshakes and claps from the team after disappointment in the first 2 episodes, or the first episode and half of this one. So in the next one, we're actually going to Shanghai. So we're going to the Chinese Grand Prix and look at the weather. So it looks like we're going to get our first bit of wet weather racing. So glad we already got some practice on the wheel. Of course, we got Bahrain coming up, the Spanish Grand Prix, as well as Monaco and my home track of Canada all coming up. If you guys enjoyed, hope you guys, like I said, are enjoying. You know what to do. Thank you all for taking the time. I just dropped my controller. Anyways, thank you all for taking the time out of your day for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, everybody.